Hello, my name is Brandon and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today we're going to be traveling all the way back to 1978 to listen to side 3 of Jeff Wayne's musical version of The War of the Worlds. And this one includes The Red Weed Part 1, The Spirit of Man, and The Red Weed Part 2. Looks like we have Jeff Wayne, Richard Burton, Julie Covington, and Phil Lynott on this side of the album. So it should be quite the adventure. I already checked out the storyline, getting creepier and creepier. Alright, here's a quick summary of this side. The red weed or Mars vegetation is rapidly spreading across the landscape of Earth. The journalist meets Parson Nathaniel and his wife Beth. They take refuge in a cottage, but soon it's surrounded by black smoke. Parson Nathaniel blames himself and thinks the Martians are demons. A cylinder then crashes on the cottage, destroying it and killing Beth. The Martians also construct a spider-like handling machine to collect bodies. Wow. And to make it worse, the Martians are collecting human blood and injecting it into their veins. 9 days pass, and Parson Nathaniel then emerges, tries to fight, but the Martians take him and ultimately kill him. The Martians finally leave, and the journalist continues on to London. The journalist then bumps into the artilleryman again. Both thought the other was dead. The artilleryman says he has a plan to survive, and that's where we end this side of the album, so let's get right into it. And if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button, as well as the notification bell to join the Retro Reactions community, where it's all amazing music all the time. Here we go.
Next day, the dawn was a brilliant, fiery red, and I wandered through the weird and lurid landscape of another planet, for the vegetation which gives Mars its red appearance had taken root on Earth. As man had succumbed to the Martians, so our land now succumbed to the red weed. stream, the red weed clung and grew with frightening voraciousness, its claw-like fronds choking the movement of the water. And then it began to creep like a slimy, red animal across the land, covering field and ditch and tree and hedgerow with living, scarlet feelers, crawling, crawling. Lying on the ground in a ruined churchyard. I felt unable to leave him to the mercy of the red weed and decided to bury him decently.
Nathaniel!
Well, that was brilliant. Looks like we're coming across a big change here. Lots to say already. Incredible first song. Absolutely amazing song. This song is double epic platinum already for sure. The sounds and the melodies are clearly the star here. I enjoyed every second. We start with these clingy, creepy type synth sounds. Absolutely amazing. Great way to change the pace from what happened before in the album, and just loved every second, like I said. We even get these nice wind instrument sounds on both sides, playing these interesting melodies, very unexpected, but they still kept it eerie. The sounds are very strange. I love it. Then the music carries on. We get a lament type feeling, very intriguing, very mysterious, very foreign. I also got prehistoric type vibes here. Really interesting, you know. It reminded me of two old attractions from California back in the day. Kingdom of the Dinosaurs for sure, from Knott's Berry Farm, if any of you are familiar with that ride. Amazing soundtrack, and maybe a bit of the Primeval World from Disneyland. You know, the thing the train goes through. Again, if any of you ever went on those, I just got that vibe. Just a mix of alien, you know, past, mystery, intrigue, foreign. I loved it. Jeff Wayne, clearly a genius. All those synths were creating such a bizarre alien soundscape. Absolutely loved it. We even get this really cool bouncy bass, all these sounds that I've never heard before. Incredible. And as if that wasn't enough, then the orchestra kicks in. Incredible. You know, I got Star Wars, Star Trek, etc. vibes. Very soundtrack feel. Very grand and majestic. Love that. This whole song was deliciously dark. Through the music, I can envision the journalist exploring the land with so much hesitation, fear, and confusion in his mind, seeing these horrific red images, this slime, these plants all over the place, taking over the earth. I mean, they delivered the story perfectly through the music. So let's continue. Looks like we're about to meet Parson Nathaniel and poor Beth.
In a ruined churchyard, I felt unable to leave him to the mercy of the red weed and decided to bury him decently.
Nathaniel!
The parson's eyes flickered open. He was alive.
Touch me.
But it's me, Beth. Your wife.
No, you're one of them. A devil.
He's delirious.
Lies! I saw the devil's sign.
What are you saying?
The green flash in the sky. His demons were here all along, in our hearts and souls, just waiting for a sign from him. And now they're destroying our world.
But they're not devils, they're Martians.
We must leave here.
Look, the house still standing. Come, Nathaniel, quickly.
We took shelter in a cottage, and black smoke spread, hemming us in. Then a fighting machine came across the field, spraying jets of steam that turned the smoke into thick, black dust.
Dear God, help us!
The voice of the devil is heard in our land. Listen, do you hear them drawing near in their search for the sinners? Feeding on the power of our fear and the evil within us. Incarnation of Satan's creation of all that we dread. When the demons arrive, those alive would be better off dead.
There must be something worth living for. There must be something worth trying for. Even some things worth dying for. And if one man can stand tall, there must be hope for us all. Somewhere in the spirit of man.
Once there was a time when I believed without hesitation that the power of love and truth could conquer all in the name of salvation. Tell me, what kind of weapon is love when it comes to the fight? And just how much protection is true against all Satan's might?
There must be something worth living for. There must be something worth trying for. Even some things worth dying for. And if one man can stand tall, there must be some hope for us all. Somewhere in the spirit of man. People loved you and trusted you, came to you for help.
Didn't I warn them this would happen? Be on your guard, I said. For the evil one never rests. I said, exorcise the devil! But no, they wouldn't listen. The demons inside them grew and grew until Satan gave his signal and destroyed the world we knew.
No, Nathaniel. Oh, no, Nathaniel. No, Nathaniel, no. There must be more to life. There has to be a way that we can restore to life the love we used to know. No, Nathaniel, no. There must be more to life. There has to be a way that we can restore to life the light that we have lost.
Has descended on our land, and all your prayers cannot save us. Like fools, we've let the devil take command of the souls that God gave us. To the altar of evil, like lambs to the slaughter we're led. When the demons arrive, the survivors will envy the dead.
There must be something worth living for.
No, there is nothing.
There must be something worth trying for.
I don't believe it so.
Even something's worth dying for. If just one man could stand tall, there would be some hope for us all. Somewhere in the spirit of man.
Forget about goodness and mercy. They're gone.
We can restore to life the light that we have lost.
Cylinders landed on the house. We're underneath it, in the pit.
The Martians spent the night making a new machine. It was a squat, metallic spider with huge, articulated claws. But it too had a hood in which a Martian sat. I watched it pursuing some people across a field. It caught them nimbly and tossed them into a great metal basket upon its back.
Beth, she's dead! Buried under the rubble! Why? Satan, why did you take one of your own? On mankind, we may as well be resigned to let the devil take the spirit of man.
Passed in our dark and dusty prison, the parson wrestled endlessly with his doubts. His outcries invited death for us both, and yet I pitied him.
already in love with that section, and it's only been about 10 seconds. Song 2, The Spirit of Man, that was a lot. Wow, super incredibly intense. And I got so many references there to other bands, other things. I'll talk about that. Really, really interesting. More 70s disco vibes in Song 2 here. You know I love that. Phil Lynott, his voice is really a surprise here. So gritty and rough. Fits perfectly with the intensity of this song. There's so much fear and insanity being delivered by him vocally. Really, really executed it well. Really enjoying his performance, as well as Beth. We'll get to her. I got a very stage musical feel in his whole delivery, almost like I was trying to figure out what it reminded me of, maybe like a Rocky Horror Picture Show. Not too familiar with that soundtrack, but those type of vibes. I also got Mr. Roboto vibes by Styx, of course, in the way he was, his inflection, the way he was delivering vocally. Similar in Mr. Roboto, maybe not as intense, but on those verses in that song, he kind of does a similar thing. Dennis DeYoung, of course. So, just one of many references I got in this song. I also got ABBA vibes. I think I got those in one of the other sides that I listened to before, and that's more due to the upbeat disco type music. But let's talk about Julie Covington. I absolutely loved her performance. Beautiful voice, beautiful speaking voice, and beautiful singing voice. With her, I think I got Annie Haslam vibes from Renaissance. I think they sound similar, if I remember correctly. I haven't heard too many Renaissance songs, I think just 2, but I don't know, I just thought of Annie Haslam in the delivery. I think they do have similar voices. I love the contrast in the voices between, Parson Nathaniel and Beth. Parson Nathaniel very rough, Beth very smooth in her singing. And for me, the rough vocals versus the smooth vocals equates to insanity versus sanity by the husband and wife. So really cool there. The string lines were heaven. Always enjoy strings, as you know. The whole thing was just frightening, but still very groovy. And what a unique and interesting combination there. Then the music kind of slowed down towards the end of the song, and I got slight Pink Floyd vibes. Just so many vibes coming my way. Really cool for just one song. The harmonies on Julie's part were wonderful. I don't know if that was her at the end or other female singers, but either way, it sounded beautiful. Then we got more 70s synth goodness right after the cylinder came, crashed down, and obliterated their house. Just overall an overload of pain and drama in this song, in this whole album basically. It seems never ending, and that's perfect because this alien invasion probably seems never ending in the eyes and the minds of these characters. So let's continue on with the third song, The Redweed Part 2, and see what happens next.
Then, on the 9th day, we saw the Martians eating. Inside the hood of their new machine, they were draining the fresh, living blood of men and women and injecting it into their own veins.
It's a sign! I've been given a sign! They must be cast out, and I have been chosen to do it! I must confront them now!
No, Parson, no!
Those machines are just demons in another form. I shall destroy them with my prayers. I shall burn them with my holy cross. I shall...
The curious eye of a Martian appeared at the window slit, and a menacing claw explored the room. I dragged the parson down to the coal cellar. I heard the Martian fumbling at the latch. In the darkness, I could see the claw touching things. Walls, coal, wood. And then it touched my boot. I almost shouted. For a time it was still, and then, with a click, it gripped something. The possum. With slow, deliberate movements, his unconscious body was dragged away, and there was nothing I could do to prevent it. I crept to the blocked window slit and peered through the creeper. The Martians and all their machinery had gone. Trembling, I dug my way out and clambered to the top of the mound. Not a Martian in sight. The day seemed dazzling bright after my imprisonment, and the sky a glowing blue. Red weed covered every scrap of ground, but a gentle breeze kept it swaying. And oh, the sweetness of the air. And villages that were blackened ruins, totally silent, desolate, deserted. Man's empire had passed away, taken swiftly and without error by these creatures who were composed entirely of brain. Unhampered by the complex systems which make up man, they made and used different bodies according to their needs. They never tired, never slept, and never suffered, having long since eliminated from their planet the bacteria which cause all fevers and other morbidities.
Who goes there?
Wow, what a journey. Just this one side alone. And this is only one side out of 4. The others have been incredible. I know the last one will be incredible, but just amazing how much was put into one album, double album, whatever. Just mind-blowing for sure. Just because of the length, the story, every element packed into here. Just overwhelming for sure. I mean, a movie can be overwhelming when it's really intense. This is right up at that level, if not greater, because you're just getting this barrage of sounds coming in, barrage of story, barrage of terror, and it's very, very impactful, very, very effective. Song 3 was just as effective as the others. We get a nice slow groove throughout, cool synth arpeggios, just repeating, making it very hypnotic. Then we move on later to this majestic ethereal section. It was actually strikingly happy and just beautiful. I didn't expect that part. It only lasted a minute or so, but really enjoyed it. Then we went right back into the creepiness with some more wind instruments and a nice piano, might I add. Really cool hearing that. I asked myself, how can it be so beautiful and scary all at the same time? Really expertly delivered here by Jeff Wayne and company. Throughout the whole album, especially side 3, the music really gets in my head, you know. It really makes me feel like I'm right there experiencing this terror right along with them and almost like I'm going insane with them. It's really, really effective, like I keep saying. Wow. And I love how they ended the song, kind of a full circle moment with the Martian theme, we'll call it, coming back. The 4 descending chords, I love that. The guns, of course, or the heat ray, I should say, sounds going on left and right, and some really interesting xylophone, I think it was. Just incredible. A beautiful, perfect, horrifying, gorgeous side 3. So much more adjectives could be used, but really enjoyed that, as you could tell. All right, we already went over the storyline in the beginning, so we're all caught up here. Don't know what's to come, don't know what the ending is going to bring, but I'm sure it's going to be epic, glorious, etc. For now, I'm giving this side 3 the double epic platinum record award. The Red Weed Part 1, The Spirit of Man, and The Red Weed Part 2, 1978. Thank you so much, Jeff Wayne, Richard Burton, Julie Covington, and Phil Lynott for that expert delivery. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below if you wish to chat about this side or anything Jeff Wayne. Would love your feedback. So you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day and night. And I'll see you next time. Ooh la.